have been well trained.
No.
in
You
my
don't have to carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
This is the first tough decision of the day. God damn it.
Yeah, no one ever. Except for like.
I'll take the shield. Okay. You can have your broken battlefield. Alright, I'm sure I'm doing that badly. Alright, let's do this.
I'm gonna spend 2 and play Ray Staff on the other.
Alright. And play this blaster.
Alright, gameplay here has begun. We've got the 5-die villain deck on the left. We've got eYoda, Chewbacca on the right. eYoda Chewbacca has already thrown down a raised staff. This is not a deck we've seen too much from here in the meta, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out against the 5-die villain deck, which has a really strong showing at the Empire War scene. Haven't seen a big showing from it in the Legacies era yet, but here's hoping.
eYoda has the blanks.
And then if I had the battlefield,
eCiena has already rolled in with a modified 2 range damage and a 1 resource. Balatik has now rolled in with the pistol, a blank, 1 focus, and the special on the pistol there. I'm going to head rolling Chewbacca. We got a blank and a 2 melee. So it'll be interesting to see with eYoda special chaining. We've also got the focus here. The potential to get some pretty big damage out of Chewbacca early on is major, and of course you have Chewbacca special, which could potentially be chained in such a way that could be useful. He doesn't like you. Go in, get rid of those 2 melee right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what your deck is.
Specials. Get a shield. Change the die.
So we'll use the special. We'll grab the shield. Change the focus to a special. Use that focus to gain another shield, and then for the last special, we're going to get the 2 melee on Chewbacca. So it seems that this pairing is all about making sure Chewbacca can get some heavy damage as quickly as possible and keeping eYoda alive as long as possible. Sure. 3 damage to Bala, so we're going to Bala first. Always nervous about Balatik getting that extra activation with this deck, so Balatik does often become that first target. Using the special to change the Nightsister to a range damage, and then we will unpredictable that die in hopes that we get something better, and there it goes, just a 1 resource that got rid of that damage for him. So I have my lovely wife hanging out on the chat stream, so everybody can say hello to her, and if you don't say hello to her, which means you can't hear me at all, so that...
I'm going to take out a resource.
Hopefully that's a little better for everyone. All right, the Bala focus to go back to the 2 range damage for the Nightsister, and then 4 damage. So the eYoda Chewbacca players already claimed the battlefield this round. And go ahead and put the Force Illusion down to try and protect Balatik from certain doom. So Bala definitely the first target here, and is going to be the one that Thomas here are also going to try and protect. All right, rolling in Yoda first. We got the 2, 1 discard size, and then the special on the raised staff. Raised staff, it's nice own control mechanism there with that special. So it's a nice to see in the Yoda deck to see that happen. You know, nice special chaining to get that. So that's an interesting play there. eCiena rolling in early with 2 resources. And I guess we're across the street from a fire truck, everyone, so that's exciting. I didn't realize it was going to get that exciting here this quickly on round 1. Doesn't seem to be phasing the players, though. We logistics for 2 resources on that 1 resource, so still keeping that 1 resource die out there, hopefully to modify to get some better damage. Looks like Chewbacca's rolling in a special, a resource, and then a disrupt on the cunning, which came down while the siren was going on. So it's a what? A missile alert. That's not scary at all. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us today, and hopefully this commentary is mildly interesting. I don't know how educational it's going to be, but mildly interesting at least. We'll have a good time hanging out with you guys.
Someone just passed out the alarm.
Oh. All right, discard to reroll. We'll see if we can get something better. 1 discard, 1 range. Yoda special, which is, you know, that's once you get 1 Yoda special, that really starts the action happening here. And that's really what we're looking for. That cunning is definitely an interesting addition here to this deck. I know with so many specials in the meta right now, cunning is going to be a card I think we're going to start seeing more of in the standard format of play. It looks like we flanked to get rid of the Yoda special, so that's really going to cripple this this turn for him. So now he has to decide whether is he going to discard to try and re-roll. Nope, we're just going to go ahead and focus. Basically does the same thing. Now he can resolve all his specials in 1 turn. Definitely a different use of specials. Chewbacca's special is an interesting choice here because it can become somewhat of a double-edged sword, so really have to get it off fast.
Whoever's Mr. Retro High.
Is that better? Is that better, everybody? So that's about all I got. I can try and talk louder. The good thing is there's no games happening near me, so. Of course, I ask you if it's better, and then there's this 30-second Twitch delay, so I have to wait 30 seconds to find out if this volume level is actually better for everyone. And you can also hear my wife in the background now that my gain is up so high. In fact, before too long, I'm sure I'm going to give her her own mic. She has declined that offer. All right, so we are going to Chewbacca special to a modified and there is the beauty of the Chewbacca special, changing it to a modified side that is unresolvable. Now there are no range sides showing on the 5-die villain side of things.
Is Chewie playing Regret Charm?
Chewie has cunning on him. If that is what you're asking. Right. Wow. And then when you think about it, you plug in Ray Staff here with this chain, and you can get rid of that one black side die if there is one on the table. So really quite a clever use of an ability here with Chewbacca to strategize this. I don't know if it would work in many situations, but it seems to be working pretty well in this one. And it looks like the cunning was used also to remove one of the range sides. So much less damage coming out onto the table now with only 3 die left. And we'll see if this 5 die villain from Thomas can make it happen. I'll discard to reroll. Looks like we discarded Force Illusion maybe. We rerolled into a special on the pistol and the 2 range sides on the Nightsister. So we can get 4 damage out of that, which is good. Rerolled into the same thing. He's going to reroll again. Paying 1 for backup muscle, a card we have not seen a whole lot of in the recent month or two, but here we are, backup muscle, a nice guaranteed 3 damage over 3 turns. Piling on that damage on Yoda. 6 damage swing that turn, which some great rerolls on the pistol there. So we'll see if Yoda can survive this round. Yoda, it does seem to be the key support here for Chewbacca, so it'll be interesting to see if Chewbacca can hold on by himself. The 5 die villain deck always has so much health to chew through. So we'll go ahead and flank the 2 focus. Alright, rolling in Chewie. We got some range damage there. It looks like Joe's got some resources to pay for it, so not too shabby. We've got 3 range showing plus the special on Cunning. We've got the special on the raised staff and the shield on Yoda, so still be a fairly good turn as long as Thomas doesn't bring any more removal into play. I imagine if we haven't seen it yet, then we probably won't see any more this turn. Sorry, I'm back. What are we doing? We are focusing. We are specialing for a shield, trying to keep Yoda alive just a little bit longer. That is always the goal here with Yoda. Yoda can't always fend for himself, but is such a great support character. And giving me be able to use the 2 specials, or at least the 2 options on the special to make sure one of those is the shield to keep him alive now that shields are incredibly relevant. We all still remember the Vibra Knife era. Right, using the Chewie special to flip to a modified 2 range and doing that damage to eCiena, and then using the Ray Staff to remove that die. What a neat little combo there. he's got. It's actually pretty clever. eBala rolled into some good damage there, so looks like Thomas now has 4 range showing on his side, as well as a resource and a blank. Joe is going to pay 1 for... I don't remember the name of that card, but I know it was the one that allows you to remove a die based on the number of shields you have. So, all right. Thomas going bait and switch. Interesting that he leaves the holdout blaster single range die out on the field.
Unbreakable is the name of the card.
Thank you. Unbreakable. Unbreakable. Any Kimmy Schmidt fans out there? Yes. Yes, thank you. This is only round 1, people. We've got 7 rounds plus a top cut to deal with. All right, paying a resource for Electroshock. A good old staple there. Be interesting to see if Electroshock gets reprinted somehow in the next set. See if it's going to be valid for the next standard format next year. But eYoda bites the dust, and let's see if Chewbacca can hold out by himself. It looks like eCiena still has 3 damage left on her. Balatik still needs 7 damage before he's gone. He's got the Force Illusion and Nightsister 5 damage. So it's going to be quite an uphill battle for Chewbacca to win this fight. Of course, eBala gets that extra activation since eYoda was defeated this turn. So a little bit more damage here. Rolling into a special on the pistol. 1 range and a focus. All right, 3 more damage on Chewbacca. Passing up the turn. To start the next round, of course, these 2 players have been playing for about 18.5 minutes. So we're about halfway through round 1 here. 75 players total here at the Highlander Regional. Several players have been used their Store Championship bye for a first round bye, and they are in the next room playing. Some good names here. Edwin Chen is playing in this tournament. Joe Colin from the Hyperloops is here. Isaac, the 9-year-old wonder, who you may have seen at some events with this Lego deck box. He is here. CJ Kowalski is also here. Some names we've seen on the Destiny group. Rebel Gray is also playing in this event. So lots of folks in this area whose names are familiar on the Destiny scene. I need to find out why my camera is bumping. I apologize for that. Will not happen in round 2. All right, Chewbacca's rolled into some good damage there, but it looks like, I'm assuming those are his resources on top of his flipped over eYoda, so he does have the resources to pay for that range damage. As long as there's nothing in his hand that he wants to use those resources on, we will go ahead and doubt. Roll and resolve the special. It's actually, is he going to use it? He can't use it because there's nothing in the pool for Thomas's side, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it doesn't appear that Chewie's going to survive much longer, but hey, anything can happen. I hope he at least takes out eCiena on the way. That's all I can say. Yeah, it would be nice if he had some more upgrades. I think it does feel like Joe is saving a lot of his resources for events and mitigation, and less for upgrades. I don't really, we don't have their deck list in front of us right now, so it'll be interesting to see if that's even an option. And unfortunately, Chewbacca has exhausted all his die, and it does appear that the 5-die villain, aptly coined Rainbow Number 5, has been the name that has been attached to this deck here. Is pretty much going to, unless he rolls all blanks and can't, well, there's 2 of them. There's 2 blanks. It does look like this could be the final round of this game. Alright, still being very methodical with the turn, so I don't think Thomas is not going to make any sloppy plays by any means. Making sure that he can get the maximum amount of damage. It does look like Joe has been saving his resources for that card that he just played, which removes 2 of those die. So that may be the end of what Joe is able to do this turn. So we'll see if he does have a caution in his hand, which is not going to do him any good. And he's flipping really fast, so it's hard for me to tell what else he has in his hand. Entangle. Yes, that was the card that was played. There's whoever is watching who is correcting me on my card names. I do appreciate it, because thank you, much appreciated. Discard to reroll. We got the F11 showing a special. We're getting the resource. Not F11. That's the new one. That's the E something with the indirect damage. Yep. 2 indirect damage on Chewie. Up to 9 damage. So Chewie actually may survive this turn. Looks like he will. Yep. So one more round for Chewie. He's got one more chance to. Thank you. Oh, E11, because I'm thinking of the F11, which is in the first one. So they went backwards a letter, but the number's still the same. Yep. It's our first indirect damage thrown in this tournament. It's pretty exciting. One more round for Chewie. Chewie's rolling in. He may take eCiena out with him, but yeah, they're really excited next door. I don't know what's happening. All the players are the bye. It's going to get really quiet here next round when they all have to play again. And that is we are playing. Oh yeah, friends in low places. So what's he going to get rid of? So it's starting to feel like Joe doesn't have a whole lot of upgrades in his deck. It seems like he's relying on this combination. It looks like Obi-Wan Saber is in there. but hasn't gotten the resources out. That seems to be the struggle here with this particular deck is getting the resources to play not only the mitigation, but also the ability to play the upgrades as well, and that can be a little bit of a challenge. He is taking eCiena out with him, who is spiffing a holdout blaster, which is now redeployed onto the Nightsister, who is now rolling in. And rolls in a resource and a discard, so it's not lethal damage yet. Discarding to re-roll Chewbacca into a 2 melee, so it's not too shabby, considering what options he has. A bit of a challenge that his opponent doesn't have any specials on the table, except for that one. Kylo Ren Starfighter just landed on the table, people. So, just want to make sure we ensure victory here. I don't know if that's overkill or not. Is that overkill to put down a Kylo Ren shuttle when Chewie only has 3 damage left on him? It's rude. It's very rude.
They're gonna wreck him.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna ping the Nightsister. What's he? I'm gonna check out the Kylo Ren shuttle and see what it does, because now that is now a target for cunning. Kylo shuttle rolls out for 2 range damage. Still not lethal damage yet showing on the table, but of course Balatik has not yet rolled in and has a high probability of rolling something that can pair up with that too that will get rid of Chewbacca. So Cunning has the option to copy Chewbacca or has the option to copy Kylo shuttle or Starfighter. It looks like Kylo Ren Starfighter was targeted. And doing the indirect damage based on the card in hand. And doing the 2 range damage to Chewie. Chewie's got 1 health remaining, people. 1 health remaining for Chewbacca. We'll see if he can pull it off. I'm thinking not. I'm thinking there's the game right there, because backup muscle just came down again. And good game. Thomas takes the victory with 5-die villain deck from the setup of the characters that we saw at the Empire at War meta. The Elite Balatik, Elite eCiena, Nightsister deck, defeating an Elite Yoda, Elite Chewbacca deck in round 1 here at the Highlander Games Star Wars Destiny Regional Championship for the New Jersey region. This is we're in Boonton, New Jersey, hanging out at Highlander. 75 players today. It's been going to be quite a day for everyone. A long day, 7 rounds. We are very excited to be here and live streaming with you all day. 7 rounds and a top 8 cut, so that means several games coming to this channel. Of course, this was round 1, so a random pairing here at the top table. From now on, it will be the number 1 seeded player in Swiss and their opponents. So nothing but undefeated decks here at this top table for the entirety of the day. So until the top 8, and then of course, that's a whole nother kit and caboodle at that point. So thanks everyone for checking in with us. We are very excited to announce that we've got a partnership going with Ink Gaming for today and for as long as we've got it. So if you want to check over inkgaming.com, you can run the promo code ChanceCube12 for 12% off your entire order. It's very exciting. Happy if you want some custom playmats. They have this Blueprint Destiny playmat that they have designed. You can also purchase our Galactic Conflict 2-player mat, which you see here on the stream. Those are all purchasable from Ink Gaming. Use the promo code ChanceCube12 for 12% off. So we are going to take a short break until the next round, and we will be back with you shortly.